Dumelang. Welcome to another episode of Re Tsene with Pretoria Psychologists. Kalibito, ke nna Kamogelo wa Gakwapa, and today I'll be talking about men's mental health. We live in a society where the suicide rate is higher in men than it is in women. And one can actually ask themselves, why? Why are we losing our brothers, our fathers, our uncles, each and every day, or more than women? One of the causes of this could be cultural norms that we have been raised by and we have learned as children. Cultural norms that have governed us, both men and female. There is a saying that says, "Munna kinku ulela teng," or in Zulu, "Indoda ekhali," which simply means, as a man, you're not allowed to actually show yourself. You're not allowed to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You're not allowed to cry as a man, as if you're not human. My subtopic today is human first before gender. I want to actually remind each and every man out there that you are human first before the gender that you were born in, before they told you how to act and how to be as a man, before they chose for you that if you actually show emotions that you are weak, which I believe is not fair. Vulnerability does not mean weakness. I think the greatest lie our forefathers ever made us believe was that being vulnerable means you are weak. We raise men on the streets. We raise men to be strong physically. We have this ideology that a man being raised outside and in the field makes him strong. Could be making him strong physically, yes. Could be making him wise, yes. But what is it doing internally? How is that helping in his emotional development? Because for an adult, for every person rather, to fully grow and develop, they need all aspects of the developmental stages. And emotional development is one of them. So you cannot ignore that stage and expect someone to be mentally healthy. I think it is time that we challenge cultural norms that we have been born into, that have been taking away from the man from being human and creating a monster in him that society does not like. You ask yourself, why is it that socioeconomic issues such as crime and GBV are rising each and every single day? If you don't allow a human being to express themselves despite their gender, if you don't allow a human being to be vulnerable, if you don't allow a human being to actually feel their emotions and be okay with feeling that, you are creating a monster in him bit by bit that you don't like. And we complain when we see our girls being kidnapped and being raped and being killed each and every day. Who created that monster? If only society can allow men to be vulnerable, if only society can make it okay for men to understand that they're human first before their gender. As a human being, you have feelings, you have emotions, you have thoughts, you have a heart. So why is it that a woman is allowed to feel and embrace those things but a man cannot? I don't think it is fair that we women are given the platform, or are rather embraced, when we show our emotions and our vulnerability, yet men are told how weak they are. And I also think that the problem is within the male community as well. I think it is time that you actually be your own brother's keeper. I went to a school some time back where we spoke about this with the young boys, and I've realized that we, the society, are the problem. But in this case, I'm talking about, when I say we, I'm saying men. Men are the problem. When a boy or when a man wants to speak out, the very same people that are supposed to be supporting him are the ones that are actually not embracing him, are the ones that laugh at him, are the ones that actually call him names. Maybe we need to actually look at ourselves and realize that we are also part of the problem. If a brother comes to you in tears, why do you laugh at them? Why do you deem them as weak? Why not actually be your brother's keeper and offer him a shoulder to cry on? Why don't we normalize intimacy amongst men in a non-sexual manner? The same way that we have normalized intimacy in women, which gives us the platform and the room to actually express our emotions and be okay emotionally and mentally, which decreases our chances of actually committing suicide. The same way we do that, why can't we do that with men? Why can't we normalize actually creating a platform for men to actually share that same intimacy with their fellow brothers? We need to get rid of all these cultural norms that we have been raised under without being disrespectful to our cultures. I think it is time that we actually revisit what these norms are doing and see how they're actually affecting us. They're not helping us in any way. Gender roles as well are one of the biggest issues that I personally have. Because a child, a boy and a girl child are raised differently. A girl child is raised to actually embrace her emotions while the boy child is left to the streets. Who is supposed to embrace them? And we wonder why we have so many socioeconomic issues. We need to normalize counseling. We need to normalize the fact that it's okay for men to go to counseling. So, to men out there, I am sorry that they made you believe that you embracing your emotions, you saying that you're not okay, you saying that you need help, you crying has been deemed as you being weak. That is not true. I actually believe that a man who embraces his thoughts, his emotions, and who can admit that it's not okay is a strong man. That takes strength and takes a lot of bravery to do that. So I think it is time that you challenge the norm. You challenge all the cultural norms, challenge society, and start embracing your emotions. Because you are human first, before your gender. You are a human being. And as a human being, you have emotions. And your emotions are valid. They are not less valid than mine as a woman. They are not less important than mine as a woman. And I don't think it's okay that I'm allowed to express myself while you are being left behind. So let's normalize being there for each other as men and women, brothers, fathers, sons. We are there for you. But I also ask that you be there for each other. Be your brother's keeper. Normalize having heart-to-heart conversations. Normalize having real conversations that are not had on a daily basis. Normalize finding yourself in a space where you allow yourself to be vulnerable in front of your fellow brothers. Because that shows a lot of courage. And that shows a lot of strength. So if you're out there and you feel tired as a man, you feel like there's a huge weight on your shoulders and it's not coming off no matter how much you try to actually get rid of it, you feel burdened. I want to remind you today that you are not alone. That it's okay for you not to be okay. And I want you and I need you to remember this, that you are human first before your gender. I will leave you with this affirmation. And if you can, please repeat after me. I am strong. I am courageous. I am brave. It's okay for me not to be okay. I am human first before my gender. And that makes me brave. There you go. Say that to yourself each and every single day. Remind yourself of how strong you are. Remind yourself of how courageous you are, because you are courageous. And always remind yourself how you are human first before your gender. Before what society labeled you to be. You were a human being first. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Re Tsene. Till next time, do stay blessed.